wanted to take a little minute to just show you a few of my favorite art books that I love to reference, learn from, flip through for inspiration, or just dream with. First is educational, I guess you could say it. This is Kevin Smith's Bookbinding for Artists. He has a whole bunch of them. I have 4 different ones, and it is super thorough techniques for bookbinding. He's got one that is no glue, I believe, or no sew. I think it's no glue. It's all just sewn. And this one is all basics. I love them. They're very simple. They're a little harder to find. Sometimes your library might have them, which is fantastic. I found them from used bookstores and took a while to collect them all, but highly recommend. Next is 1,000 Artist Journal Pages by DeVries Sokol. And this is exactly what it says, 1,000 Artist Journal Pages. This is more of a coffee table book, but it's just fun to flip through and see different interpretations of what people do for their sketchbook or art journals or things like that. And you can get cool inspiration for ideas on what to make in your own art journal practice. So, love that. Next, also with art journaling, is you cannot not include Get Messy art. I love Get Messy. I love everything that Caylee and her team touches, pretty much, and all of the artists that she's brought in, they make such great things. They have a great membership, they have great freebies that they offer, and this is their book, and it has all sorts of little tutorials from different artists to help you in your art journaling practice. And yeah, you just get to learn all these cool different techniques. And one thing I've found with following Get Messy is that some of the challenges, like Get Messy or Messy May, they force me to do things that are out of my comfort zone that later I end up really loving. And so that's one thing I like about these challenges or these kinds of books, is you can learn new techniques that you might otherwise have been like, oh, I don't like that, I'm not going to try it. But then when you try it mixed with your own style, it's great. Sabrina W Harrison, to me, is like the queen of beautiful art journaling books. I have quite a few of hers. These are basically copies. Like, she has scanned her art journal and made it into a little coffee table book. The thing I love about her is her lettering and her writing. It is free and just uninhibited. Like things like this. Like, how cool. All the color, the honesty, the vulnerability, the turmoil, like everything. It's all in here. I love reading them. I love looking at them because her work is so different than mine. I don't use a lot of like magazine imagery or things like that, or photos in my work. And so it's really interesting to see work from people who do. So basically any book by Sabrina W Harrison, beautiful. And finally, I love this one from Chris Cousin and Julie Prichard, Acrylic Solutions. It is also an educational book, but it teaches you different tips and techniques for working in acrylic. So like glazing, palette knives, texture, collage, all these things. This one I like to study as if it's a textbook and go kind of nerdy about it. I keep my pen in it so I can take notes and highlight things or whatever. I also think that Julie has a great Instagram where she shares lots of tips on there for techniques and using mediums and things like that otherwise you might not have played with before. So there is my 5 favorite art books for having as reference in my studio. Do I have more? Of course, but I just wanted to do a quick, simple share for you.